And to give your opinion. That's great. I love that.
To make it sound very convincing. It's just an amazing skill to have.
Scene of the crime at the time of the murder. The accused was set to gain an estate of over €5 million and a large life policy. You must remember that if you believe that Mr. Huntington murdered his wife beyond all reasonable doubt, then he is guilty. The defence will stress the word doubt in reasonable doubt. You must remember the word reasonable. Reasonable means that we have to succumb to common sense. The evidence points to the accused. He had an opportunity and motive. I urge you, members of the jury, to find the accused guilty.
Well, today we had the 10th annual schools competition, a transition year competition, where students assumed the roles of barristers, solicitors, witnesses, court registrars, tipstaffs, and have a simulated experience, a really lifelike courtroom experience where we have a jury. And today, as you have seen, we had senior members of the Irish judiciary sitting in as the mock trial judge.
The underground gangs usually could use this.
Deadly. It's just like a load off. You just want to go home and...
All I can keep on saying is, we actually won the mock trials.
Yeah.
We actually won it. Oh my
Because it's been just such a big deal. It's like all we thought about and all we
for like the last few weeks.
talked about the last few weeks.
And it was
now.
all about the mock trials. And I never thought that we actually win.
Cause of death, a single bullet shot wound to the right-hand side of the chest.
Well, I judged the final, and there were two schools involved, Our Lady's Green Hills in Drogheda and St. Conleth's College. Our Lady's Green Hills took the part of the prosecution, and St. Conleth students took the part of the defence. There were two barristers for the prosecution, two witnesses, and likewise for the defence. And we saw a full criminal trial go through all of the stages, albeit in a very short form, that would be engaged in an ordinary criminal trial in the four courts. We had an opening statement from counsel. They called their witnesses. The witnesses were cross-examined. We had an opening statement from the defence. They called their evidence. Their witnesses were examined and cross-examined. We had closing speeches from each counsel. We had directions to the jury from the trial judge. And then we had a verdict. And today the verdict was one of guilty as against the accused, but we didn't sentence him to life imprisonment. But the perhaps more important verdict was that on the winning school, which today was Our Lady's Green Hills. And they were really excellent. That's not to say that St. Conleth's didn't put up a very, very good fight indeed, but they were truly exceptional. And in particular, we made an award to the most outstanding performer, and that was one of the prosecuting team from Our Lady's, and she, I think, could be described as a natural when it comes to being a barrister.
It's a competition known in our school. We do every year, I think. Every year. And I just told about it, went along to the auditions, and
yeah, and like it's a special thing in our school. You know, we try and do the best we can. You know, usually we're always in the top 5, so
there's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, so that's why it was like big stress for us. Yeah.
Well, we do the auditions, we get the people, and then we have to look over stuff. Lots and lots and lots of work, and there was only 2 barristers this year. There's usually more, so there was even more work for us as well.
And coming in over the midterm and things like that. So every single person put so much effort into this. It was just like a crazy amount of effort.
Yeah.
Over the past 10 years, over 100,000 students have been involved in the Public Access to Law programme. And we're now at the stage where people who participated in the programme, many of them go on to do law. But the purpose of the programme is not to promote the profession, nor is it to recruit lawyers. It's to make the law more accessible, make the workings of the legal system more accessible to the public. And I think it does that very well. You saw today, people realise now there's no major mystery attached to the law. They still have respect for the law. They met real judges, did a cup of tea or a sandwich with real judges there at the reception, and they weren't intimidated to meet the judges.
It also, I think, brings about in many schools a real sense of team involvement. They are involved in various aspects of the presentation of the case and in the preparation of the case. And this, I think, is beneficial, particularly in large schools where you have different streams and where children in one class would not get to know children in another class, save for an operation such as this. So we have very countrywide involvement, very large number of schools involved, and today we saw the culmination of that process.